Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geek. But we encourage you to stay geek, man. It's a man that didn't get his damn trailer, man. It's your boy, Real. Got my cuz Will in the building. Got Big J, who promised he ain't gonna do no cussing today, but we gonna see. And then BA was on the screen, man. He must have dropped off, man. Listen, we definitely appreciate y'all geeking out with your boys for another episode, man. We here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning, getting our geek on. We appreciate y'all if y'all would join us over here by hitting that subscribe button and also hitting them likes. And by the way, too, man, we take on all comments after, or should I say, towards the end of the show, guys. So if you have any comments, any questions addressing the panel, go ahead and put it in the comment section. We'll address it at the end of the show. All right, fellas, let's get to it, man. Got a lot to get into. Oh, there he is right there. He's back. All right, man, we got a lot to get into, man. So let's go ahead and get into these the main topic here, man. Chris Evans is officially returning as Steve Rogers 7 years after Endgame. So we already know. I think it's not a secret anymore, which is crazy because I remember he said for about a year, maybe 2 years, that I ain't coming back. Shut up, leave me alone. Forget Captain America. I don't know what that character is, but look like he's officially back according to the trailer that I didn't get to watch. Cuz, think about this news, man. Did you already figure he was gonna come back, or was it shocking to you?
Nah, it just makes sense for him coming back there, getting ready to do the cleanup of overall MCU, going into especially trying to prepare the world for post Secret Wars. So it just made sense for them to be able to bring him back, and then because. I mean, yeah, they did have a perfect ending for him at the end of Endgame, allow him to enjoy the life that he had and to grow old. But not all good things last, you know. So it's time for them to bring him back and then finish it out a different way, essentially, to where they can hand off the shield. It's handing off to Sam, but still, you have to completely snip a lot of these threads that were created from him going back in time. So this is a much cleaner possibility of it. So yeah, it was absolutely an expectation for him to come back. So it was I wasn't too surprised by it. What you got, Big J?
I mean, once again, I think it depends on the theme and the way they're doing the way they're doing the direction of this story. If it is what we expect it to be from what we've been hearing from the leaks and everything, then it would make some sense to bring it back in, you know, tying it into the ending of Endgame. But I don't think this is a long-term situation where he's going to be back as Cap forever, and I don't think he's taking the mantle back either. Yeah. I think they would be too disrespectful to everything they did with Sam and him hand over intentionally. So I don't think he's coming back as Captain America. I think he's coming back as Steve Rogers, and I think even that's why in the end of that the trailers it said Steve Rogers will return, not Captain America will return.
Yeah.
Okay. What you got, BA?
That wording.
Hey, first and foremost, can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
But when it comes to Chris Evans, I think, like I said last maybe Tuesday or whatever, it's like you can't go too far without your stars, especially when you're having a so-so way of going about it so far. And unfortunately, that's what phases 4 and 5 was collectively. Not necessarily the best product that Marvel was putting out, and they know that. So you bring in the Russos so they can try to recreate their magic. And that's one of the main pillars is Captain America, Steve Rogers, aka Chris Evans. I agree with Big J. Like, I don't think Chris Evans is going to stay for an extended period of time. He's like the I want to be behind the scenes. I want to do indie projects and stuff like that. He don't want to get tied down to a multi-deal contract with Marvel again. That's his vibe. But at the end of the day, he's needed right now. and hopefully they can make a transition to a younger Captain America / Steve Rogers. You need Steve Rogers, and that's their problem. They try to go without Steve Rogers. So I'm glad that Chris Evans is back. I'm glad that Steve Rogers is back. And like I said, if they can come up with another way of going about it, where as though we can have a younger version of Steve Rogers, some kind of way through some kind of portal universe, secret war, new something. We need Steve Rogers, and I think that's what we need at the end of the day. We need our Tony Starks, we need our Steve Rogers, and of course, we need our Thors in order to keep this thing going.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree with what y'all said. That's why I've been saying for the longest, man, with Tony and Robert Downey Jr. and Chris. I've been saying for the long they're gonna come back, bro. I know in Secret War, literally everybody and their mama gonna be in Secret Wars. Was like I was saying, they're gonna have to. They've been talking about here for like the last few months about like kind of rebooting the franchise or whatever. And 80% of the people might come back or whatever, or some number that they threw out there or whatever. But the point is, they're gonna end up rebooting. So it's only fitting that you add him in there. They got a creative way of adding him in the story and making him part of the story or whatever, as far as it being like a direct sequel to Endgame. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I already knew he's gonna come back. I already knew, RDJ was gonna come back, all that stuff, man. Now I didn't know he was gonna come back as Doom. I don't think anybody saw that coming, but I figured that both of them were gonna be coming back here in some type of shape, form, or fashion. Because we're dealing with the multiverse, so you're gonna be seeing a younger version of them. It might be some case where that young Steve Rogers in the past is like brought back to the future or whatever. You know what I'm saying? In some kind of shape, form, or fashion. So. I don't know. We'll see how that go, man. But yeah, from the trailers and everything that everybody been talking about and stuff like that, man, he's definitely coming back, which is crazy because he pulled an Andrew Garfield and said he wasn't coming back, and look, he came back, which I think everybody kind of figured it out. We saw those pictures where he had that shirt on, where he was looking a little, little buff, yeah, bulked up and all that stuff. So yeah, I think we all kind of figured he was coming back, man. But all right, y'all. Check it out, man. Let's go ahead and get to the rest of the stories and topics, man. Pretty much surrounding this movie, and that's the quick hits. So the first teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday is now playing in theater. We were talking about this off camera. I went to go see Avatar yesterday. I did not see the trailer. I think Big J was telling me that he think it might be a certain format you got to watch it in, or what it is. Because I ended up watching Avatar in IMAX 3D, not regular IMAX, but IMAX 3D. So, but now we think about this though, Big J, man.
Well, you ain't got to keep flexing on us that you going to see movies in IMAX 3D. I mean, you said it a couple times, but hey, just wealth as you.
Well,
I said wealth over there. Yeah. I mean, if you saw like poor people, you probably would have seen the trailer 2-3 times.
Hey, you're probably right. 2D, regular 2D, $5 ticket. You're right.
No, I mean it's cool. I mean, people been seeing it, and like I said, it's in theaters. It was online, and it's moving through the little back channels online. So, like I said, I hope they don't just hide all this behind a paywall. But hopefully, like I said, it's creating buzz. And even if even if the leaks were done intentionally, then it is good marketing because, like I said, it's hitting every channel, every person that's doing previews and all that. Everybody's talking about the trailer. So, hey, like I said, they may be evolving behind there, but I mean, they're still doing the stupid cryptic stuff. But hey,
yeah,
maybe they're learning.
You gotta be.
So you mean to tell me you spent your hard-earned money to go see Avatar and you still ain't see that trailer?
Actually, I didn't spend no money, but no, I did not see the trailer.
Understood. That's an indictment to the system.
I was on time, BA. I was on time. I made sure.
I didn't even put that past you, my brother. I assumed you was going to be on time.
What I'm saying?
I didn't think you was going to be on CP time. Not for that trailer. But no. It's one. I just want to say, like, that's crazy that you did actually go and do it the way they suggested us to do it as in you went to go see the movie and the trailer wasn't even the movie. It didn't say that you had to see different versions of Avatar. They just said go see Avatar and here you go with it.
Yep.
So that right there is crazy because how many people was just like you, right? You know what I'm saying? So you're not alone. A lot of people went to go see that version of it, IMAX 3D. That's like one of the best versions you can see the movie in. And you don't attach the trailer to that. I gotta go see a substandard movie just so I can see a trailer. That's crazy work. But I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. What exactly is the question at hand about how do I feel about the trailer itself?
Yeah.
The trailer was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I would have saw it in the movie theater, but I wasn't paying money to see Avatar if I'm not ready to see Avatar. But you know, I understand what they're trying to do with Steve Rogers. I understand what they're trying to do with the baby and everything like that. They're trying, I don't know, maybe it's a whole, I guess, kid movement, baby movement. Steve Rogers now has a kid. You know, Thor has his daughter, Love to Eternity. Tony/Doom could have his kid. Tony has his kid in a sense. Doom maybe had lost his kid. So I feel like they're trying to have that be some type of a leeway or hint or something like that. Maybe just some kind of anchor point, understanding like that's where we're going with this Doomsday. It's going to be it's going to be based off of fatherhood, making certain decisions in life, and what do you do? What kind of sacrifices you make? That's kind of piggybacking off of Fantastic Four in a way, because that was all about sacrifices and things like that for Franklin and vice versa. So all that makes a difference. All that's important. And it's just like, okay, the furthest person I believed in all this was Steve Rogers. So now that I know that Steve Rogers went back, you know, got his freak on and everything like that, it's like, so now this child is like a combination of two different worlds, two different universes in a sense, because he came back for that. He was a whole part of a whole different timeline. So he did something like, this child might be something that maybe Dr. Doom is attracted to in a sense. Not nothing negative to it or nothing like that, but just like This is a child of a multi-universal child, and essentially that's what it is. So you have a multi-universal child for Steve Rogers. You have eternity in love through Thor, and you know, who knows how far out we go. So that's pretty significant in a sense. So I like to see how far it goes. I like to see what else they was trying to tell us, and so far so good. Like I'm getting all that just from this one particular trailer, and maybe some audio that I heard from Thor's trailer. Okay, cool. I like it. It's very centered on family and things like that, and that's a good way of selling tickets.
No, just about to add that any of y'all watched the Thor trailer?
No, I didn't think they showed it. I know they talked about it, but I didn't think they actually showed it.
Yeah, I got the audio from it, and he was talking about, you know, that sacrifices and talking about his father, and then talking about, and he mentioned love.
Yeah, let me see love again.
I want to see love again.
What you got, cuz? Oh, my bad, BJ. You say something?
Yeah.
I just threw a note down because I thought about this when they talked about Steve's son as maybe a way to have a new Captain America after this whole big reboots. Because remember, does Steve's son have super soldier serum? Because there was
he could, because Isaiah Bradley's grandson.
Patriot. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Could this be a way to have a young Rogers come back as a Captain America after the whole multiverse over? Because his son should be, if he went back in the days and had kids, his son could be 40 something, depends on how old nowadays, or it could even be one of his grandkids. They can
you trying to make it like a T'Challa thing, where he technically it is T'Challa, but you know what I'm saying? It just that T'Challa.
I mean, it could be he may be named after his grandpa Steve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see Marvel doing that, man. Without we don't want to erase your legacy, but you're not erasing the legacy. It's just it's so many characters have moved. just continue the story, just saying like he's the actual guy, or whatever. But now, what you got though? Cause my bad.
It's actually pretty exciting that it's finally dropping into the teasers and whatnot, finally dropping into the theater and just overall coming out. Because like that was our heavy debate was when the timeline that they'll be coming out with it being a year out, and so for them to finally start coming out, it's exciting. I like what BA was playing on when it comes to the family side of things that they're looking at. You have between these. Different families and major characters within the MCU having kids, and wondering if that's what's going to help set up for post Secret Wars is the youth movement that they're pushing forward with family on the family side, which is an interesting take, and I can wholeheartedly see Marvel playing that up to be able to get ready for the next universe. But just overall, just in the Disney trailers, exciting. It does the teaser is exciting, and it does actually build up a little bit more excitement knowing that we're going to start getting new ones each week. Still would rather than just do a regular drop. Just drop them on YouTube or on the internet or like a USA Good Morning America type situation, to where it's not behind a paywall as far as like having to buy a movie ticket. But it's still exciting to see that we're getting MCU content again, new MCU content again.
Well, like I said, I didn't get to actually see the trailer, but I saw the bootleg version. The thing too, I think kind of what you were saying, BA. I really want them just to reboot it if they're gonna reboot it, man. Don't do none of the passing the lineage down stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now he's gonna be Steve Rogers. I mean, that's kind of how we got in this position now, where you start doing the whole what they call that oh man, not the mantle pass. I can't think of the word right now. But you know, when you got like Captain America, right? Like, okay, you're not Captain America more now, you're Captain America. It's like, no, Captain America needs to be Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers is Captain America. That's what it needs to be. But I mean, I do agree with you, BA. Now that you say that, I think the child is going to play some type of important role in the movie. I don't know what it's going to be yet. It's always something. It always got to be something with some type of child, man, being important or whatever, right? We were talking about Franklin going to be important because I think Franklin is going to be important. I really think he's going to be the one who reboots the whole entire universe at the end of Secret Wars or whatever. But what you got, BJ?
Somebody brought up the theory of what if it is the kids are like the Infinity Stones from the Infinity Saga. So you got Franklin is one. You've got Scarlet Witch's kids. Speed. Remember, Wiccan and Speed. Those are also incredibly powerful kids. You've got Love, who has the power of eternity in her. And like I said, Steve may be, like I said, a multiversal baby, his kid too. And there was another, I forgot, but so yeah, and then Hulk's. Remember, Hulk's got a kid.
I knew you gonna bring.
hey! It's a Hulk baby. You know what I'm saying? So you got what's the name? Scar.
Scar.
Hey. So there's some powerful kids out there. Bring them together.
Hey, that might be one of the reboots that Feige was talking about when he said they want to reboot stuff and kind of that get them a chance to kind of erase some of the stuff that they didn't want anymore. It might be Scar, might be one of them, bro.
It might be one sacrifice.
So I think that goes to kind of what I was mentioning earlier when I said like they're going to make this as streamlined as possible. Where and before they had the Infinity Stones, it was very cut and dry what the person what Thanos was trying to do and what the Avengers was trying to stop. You know, you can separate it by 6 different phases in a sense. But I was attaching people to it. Now, I was wrong on the people they'd chosen, and I agree. Like, I think they're going to the kids for that same purpose, but it still was streamlined as possible. I need this child for this purpose. I need this child for this person. This child can bring the cosmic world to me. Like, they're going to separate it like that because it's just easier for the audience to understand and to stay with the movie.
Yeah, because they got a lot of backstories and all that stuff they got to fill in, man. They got a lot of stuff they got to kind of let the audience know. Like you said, I always said before, guys, people like us only make up about 2% of the movie going audience. So like people like our wives don't know nothing about this. You got to explain it to them and let them know what's going on. They're not gonna know. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. that's going to probably be an easier way for the audience to kind of stay with it and get an understanding of what's going on, because we already know the Russo brothers got a lot of work to do. So like you were saying earlier, BA, with the whole phase 4 and 5, they trying to connect a lot of, threads that are loose out there, man. So they got a lot of work to do. So maybe that might be the easiest way for them to be able to do that. I don't know. So I think you own something though, BA. That they're gonna use something, right, to where it's like that kind of Infinity Stone-ish type of way. You know what I'm saying? Where some kind of people, either gonna be the kids or that original idea you said about a few months ago. So it's gonna be something in that vein or whatever, bro. Because I don't think it's a coincidence that we're hearing they're breaking these people up into teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Doom is going to get a team, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of in that same vein of what you've been saying here for a few months now, man. So speaking of Russo brothers, y'all gonna love this, man. So check this out. The official Avengers Doomsday Countdown, including a hidden message, fellas. So let's show this real quick. So right here, I don't know if y'all can see it. So in between the numbers right there next to the 5, I don't know what that's supposed to be. I don't know. That's supposed to be Doomsday or I guess it's supposed to be Doomsday.
Yeah, it spells out Doomsday.
Okay, now we been confirmed, y'all. We got it. We got that cleared. Got that cleared. So we ain't got to sit here and guess. But now, what you think about this though, BA? I know you love them Russo brother, what you call them, picks and all that stuff, man. Oh, BA, you here? Oh, I think he went out.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, all right. I figured I was gonna be first. Yeah, I'm in the trees right now, so I was a little spotty. But
Yeah,
can you hear me good right now?
Yeah, you're perfect, man.
But, I seen it. I don't care, bro. If you can hear that, I don't care about the Russo's message anymore. If I could, I would do the Jordan joint and throw my glasses, but I'm driving right now. I don't want to do that. But understand that's how I feel right now. I don't care. I don't care about these little cryptic messages. I don't. Just show me the trailer, man. Let's talk about the trailer. We did a great segment for the first couple joints talking about something that we saw.
Right. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. What you got, cuz?
Ain't nobody going back. I'm gonna say just real quick. Ain't nobody going back doing no serious reviews on no goddamn cryptic message. They don't care about that. What people talking about? The trailer and what it means. That's it.
Yeah.
What you got, cuz?
No, I agree with BA. It's mad annoying them constantly coming out with the cryptic when they know that for us it's just keeping it nice and simple and giving us solid content creativity. Because yes, they gave us like they officially started the countdown with it, so that's where it is. So it was the Doomsday, and then it actually started the countdown for the 1 year because it was 1 year out.
The Doomsday clock
cool.
is what's supposed to be like.
Yeah, exactly. Which it is, which is cool. It's like, okay, now that's cool. Everything else extra, don't need it. Yeah, Doomsday clock, that's fantastic. That cryptic picture of the spaceship last week, don't need it. We don't need all the extra stuff. Doomsday clock, give us that. Keep it nice and simple, and give us these teasers and trailers. What you got,
Big J? You gonna be looking at the clock every day?
So I'm thinking, so that lens flare, the little upside U, reminds me of the picture that they dropped last week. See, you know what I'm saying? With this ain't green. So
Are
yeah,
you serious, bro?
no.
You might be right though.
Ain't no way.
I saw that, but I was like, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm tired, like BA said, I'm tired of looking at pictures of zoomed in pinky toes and trying to figure out what it is and put it in the context. You know what I'm saying?
It's hoax pinky toe.
Yeah. Like, what does this pinky toe mean in the multiverse here? You know what I'm saying? What does that lead to?
Boy, that's crazy. You might be onto something, though, Big J.
You might be right though. If you zoom in, you might be right.
Man, you waste my time with that.
Because they turned it black and white too. Hard. Yeah, so it actually might be that. That's crazy.
Bro, man, okay, bro, get out of my face with that, bro. That's crazy, man.
Bring
I
it
didn't
all
even
down.
think about
Bring
that
it
till
all down.
BJ just said it. Now you think about that, that's got to be it right there, bro. It looked
That's
just like the
what it
little
looked
V that was in there.
That's what it
Yeah.
looked like. But hey, I mean, I saw that when I was like, yeah, it looked like the little thing. But I'm like, whatever.
That's crazy.
Bro, I don't want to hear nothing from these dudes until they finally let us know what the heck that first picture y'all posted was supposed to be. We still ain't got the answer on
confirm
that.
it.
This is probably the answer you talking about right here, Big J, for that one we just talked about last Tuesday. We still ain't got the answer for the first one yet, bro. So I'm not trying to hear from these people. Stop. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all probably get used to this. Get used to this. We got a whole year of this, y'all. You about to get a cryptic message picture, like you said, elbow picture, baby toe picture, whatever it is for the next year, bro. So I better get used to this. But yeah, bro, this is stupid, bro. I mean, I'm sorry, this is not stupid. The cryptic message is stupid. That's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But that's cool with the whole doomsday clock and all that stuff. That's cool. I'm not mad at that, but that kind of give you something to look forward to. Like, man, how many days we got left? Oh, we got blah 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 blah. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, for it to make now, this gonna be going on every day, or this just this one picture where it says doomsday in the clock. Like that's the thing I want to know, but we'll see though, man. We'll see. All right, let's see what we got next, y'all. Speaking of Captain America, we talked about this earlier. I think one of y'all alluded to this earlier. So fans believe Marvel is disrespecting Sam Wilson by bringing back Steve Rogers. Good, what you got, man?
I think it's an overreaction. Like we mentioned before, it's Steve Rogers. It's not him coming back as Captain America. Even if he has on the suit, he won't have the shield. I think Sam will offer him the shield, but he's not going to take it back. He's going to tell him, no, you are Captain America. You keep the shield. I'm just here to help fight, but I don't want the shield. It's your shield. He's going to be Steve Rogers. He's going to be fighting as Steve Rogers. Everything he does is going to be as Steve Rogers because he won't have the shield. So people saying that this is disrespectful. Make up your mind. Do you want Steve Rogers back in the MCU or do you not? Because as soon as they bring him back, it's disrespectful. But then when he's not in it, you're complaining that he's not in it, and that you said that the MCU is down. MCU is weak and stuff. So they bring him back, have bolster it up to get ready for the next reboot after Secret Wars. Now you said that he's disrespecting Sam for being there. Which one is it? It's like it's Schrodinger's Captain America. Yeah, there is or is it disrespectful by being around or not? Like it's craziness. But yeah, it's good folks doing too much. It's not that serious. It's good for Rogers to be back. He's just going to be Rogers. He's not going to be Captain America, even with the suit on. Like I said, he's not going to have the shield, even when Sam offers it to him. What you got, Big J?
But he didn't give Sam the shield back till he was old man Cap. So technically, wouldn't he still have said shield back there in that time's frame?
No, because he went back in time.
He went
back in time. So they get him from that time period. He don't have it.
Yeah. They're going to bring him back to the.
Remember,
how did he get it? How did he get
take it with him?
No, he didn't, because remember it was broken at the end of Endgame.
Yeah.
So he had to go get a new shield from somewhere.
He went to what's his name to get it?
To who?
New Jersey.
Howard?
Yeah, he went to Howard to go get it.
But Howard, no, it would have been in the ice. Remember?
Yeah, it would have been ice.
Yeah, so
in that time frame.
Yeah, so that's what we call a plot.
No, when he took the stuff back.
Yeah,
he didn't have a shield with him when he took it back though.
No,
remember the shield got broken up.
And remember that Captain America.
But when he came back though, he had to stop at some of those locations, so he would have grabbed the shield on the way back.
From who?
He probably got it from the ice.
That's what I'm saying. Which means that
Howard didn't have a bunch of shields just laying around like you just grab one of those and go. Remember, they worked hard just to make that one shield.
That was
or he went to Wakanda and be like, look, I know the father, I know the son. Like, what's happening?
Probably.
I need a spherical disc, and let's paint it red, white, and blue.
Ain't you dead?
I mean, you do know where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only two things I can think of. Either he went that route, or he went to his body and got the shield and said, "All right, then you good, you know, good and ice," which is gonna be crazy because it's like
then he would have had a
Well,
shield the rest of all the
He
rest of
wouldn't have the
the
shit in the
stuff.
future
I don't know, bro.
because it would have
That's
been
crazy.
missing.
Russo, bro, you better do your job. Stop all these dang cryptic messages and do your jobs, man.
No.
Clean
See,
that up. Clean up
they
the
gonna just
shield
dismiss it.
conspiracy.
They're gonna dismiss it like they did with the gauntlet from the original Thor movie that was shown in the. Remember they walked
But
by.
no,
and
she
like,
said,
she said, "Oh, that's a fake." Yeah, she just said that, but that wouldn't mean that was the case. That wasn't what they thought originally.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
That was a retcon because they made a mistake. So they were like, oh, they never thought they would have to bring Captain America back and explain how he got the shield back after the shield was just cracked 20 minutes ago in the movie
Right.
when he broke his arm. You know.
Yeah,
That's a good point. What you got, BA?
First, I like to think who is saying this stuff, right? Because it's not every day that people are supporting this notion that, hey, you're replacing a white guy with the black guy's here, and you're replacing him with a white guy. If someone's saying that, it's not we don't make enough noise. People that look like us, we don't make enough noise for that to be rippled effect to have, these kind of things being talked about with semi-viral situations here. So that means it's white people that's complaining about this. So I'm okay. Hey, keep talking. So, hey, support some of that support that I'm seeing right there. Switch that over to Wonder Man, and I appreciate that too. So let's not. I'm not gonna poo-poo the situation. Keep talking. I like where y'all going with it. I like your reaction. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the one that's gonna hate on it. So you're not gonna get that from me. So shout out to the people that's feeling that, because y'all speaking in volumes to the point that somebody else is starting to go with it and make these videos and topics and things like it's reaching people. So yeah, they are replacing Sam Wilson. Yeah, they replacing him. Yeah, okay, cool. Shout out to the team. You feel me? That's how I feel about that.
Nah, listen, I ain't look at it that way. BA, you right, but listen, this is my thing, man. The internet is a funny place, bro. I'm gonna tell you now. Now we just in here talking not too long ago, bro, when Captain America Brave New World came out, folks in here crying, "Not my Captain America" and all that stuff. Now they wanted Steve. I mean, they had the little hashtags going online. Not my Captain America, bring back Steve Rogers, all that. Now they bringing back Steve Rogers, and people are crying about, man, you disrespecting Sam. What do y'all want? Now listen, I told Cuddy stop doing this. In the comics, we already know how this worked, right? Steve lost. I think he ended up getting old. I think the Tesseract, something like that, drained his powers. He ended up getting old. He handed down the shield to, it wasn't Tesseract. I forgot what it was. I forgot the storyline, but he ended up getting old and losing the super soldier serum. He ended up giving the shield to Sam. Sam was a Captain America for a nice little period of time there. And then eventually Steve got his powers back and ended up getting the mantle of Captain America back. That's how I look at this here. Yeah, I'm talking about they're not going to disrespect him like that or whatever. Bro, what did BA just say a minute ago? We need the pillars back. The two pillars are coming back in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, what could happen, shout out to Basco, I'm glad he brought that up. I was going to bring it up too. Now, he could be the Nomad. He could. So we talked about them. There was rumor that he's going to be the Nomad in
Infinity War Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame. Yeah. So I could probably see him being some type of form of the Nomad. That's cool. But listen, I think eventually it might not be Chris Evans, but eventually Steve Rogers is going to be Captain America again, y'all. Once they reboot everything and stuff like that and go younger and all that, he is going to be Captain America again, because that's what everybody associates Captain America with. I've always said before, I'm not really a big fan of derivative characters. I know that he was a Captain America in the comics. I like for Steve Rogers to be Captain America. I like for Captain America to be Steve Rogers Captain America. That's what I want, right? And so I want him, like, I'm not really tripping about if he gets, replaced or whatever, because for one, that's what happened in the comics. And two, Steve Rogers is Captain America, man. Now, I like Sam Wilson's portrayal of Captain America, but it's Captain America is Steve Rogers, in my opinion. But what you say, BJ?
So you want to have a white T'Challa. You're going to have a Quincy Oak out there playing as a Black Panther.
Well, no, I'm just saying because Captain America wasn't originally black. He was originally white.
I understand.
I want Sam to go back to being Falcon because I feel like he was gonna grow as that character as Falcon or whatever, right? Be your own character. Like in the comics, originally he was Falcon. He wasn't like, okay, let me be this another character. Like, no, you Falcon. That's who you're known for. You number Falcon.
It's a mantle that can be passed from character to character, though. It's not like, it's a person or, so anyone could be Captain America. You know what I mean, guy?
Yeah. No, like I said, the only derivative characters I've ever liked in comics in my whole life is probably the Flash and Green Lantern. That's it. Like when those characters mantles got passed on, they're the only two characters. Other than that, I've never liked. I've always hated. I didn't like when Weapon X became Wolverine. I didn't like when whoever else, but Ben Reilly became Spider-Man. I didn't like that stuff, bro. Like I grew up with this character being this character. You're that guy. Not know, hey, this mantle got passed down 85 times. Nova. I like Richard Rider Nova. That's what I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like the Sam Alexander one. I know that's like everybody's popular one. Everybody loves him. I don't like that. I like the characters to stay the same and whatever, and just you continue on with their stories. But that's me.
So you sound like a DC fan is what it sounds like. All the characters, you only say DC characters could do it right. Flash, Green Lantern, and then everything else you just hating on. I see how it is.
Hey, and to be honest with you, BJ, I like Barry West's Barry Allen's Flash over Wally West. And I know Wally West is the most popular one. Like everybody feel like that's the definitive Flash of Wally West, but I like Barry Allen. That's what I grew up with. So that's what I said. I've never really been a fan of like the mantle passing and the derivative characters and all that type of stuff, bro. Like I read them in the comics, they're cool or whatever, but I'd rather just stick to the core characters or whatever. But like I said, that's me. Speaking of characters, bro, check this out. Another Marvel Netflix character is reportedly appearing in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm trying to get y'all's opinion on this. Who y'all think he could be? Big J, who is it gonna be, man? I know you heard some stuff.
Your favorite character, Danny Rand, the immortal Iron Fist. He will come in fighting badly. Looking like Dolomite from the 70s, trying to throw the half kicks to his knee.
Bro, I'd be mad they put him in the movie, didn't put him in the show, bro. Like, bro, really? Y'all skipping phases, bro. What we doing?
Nah, he ain't. It'd probably be somebody like Jessica, because she gonna be around. We already know Punisher's in there, so I think. And they said it's not gonna be Daredevil. Somebody said it's not gonna be Daredevil. So you saying it's not gonna be Daredevil? That's what I think. Well, I mean, Charlie. I think Charlie said that. His representative said that, but that don't mean nothing.
I'm gonna say we literally just talked about Chris Evans saying for like the last 2 years, I'm not gonna be in none of the Avenger movies, and he the first trailer to pop up. So
Wilson Fisk, though, I like the idea of him being there as mayor.
Never mind, you sold me now. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad, bro. I'm not mad at it at all. He in there to sign me up.
Now he's also said that he's talking about contractually he can't be there. I'm like, dude, if the two companies want you to be there, you could be there. So all that stuff that you say about legally I can't be on stage, I can't be in the movie.
Yeah, because the two companies who have to work together are making this movie. Yeah, I'm making this movie. Like, get in there. What are you doing? Put the suit on. Let's go. What are you doing?
All they gotta do is say okay, and then you in the movie. So
exactly that part.
Get in the movie, man. Let's go.
Put on a white suit.
Step over this.
Yeah, put your white
suit voice on. Make some omelets. You know what I'm saying?
Talk like this.
Talk like I mean.
Vanessa. What you got, BA?
So just so I can get the details right, it said the Netflix version, right?
Yeah.
So not the Disney one. So if they would have said that, then Wilson Fisk would have been on the table. They already said that they're going to try to incorporate Luke Cage and maybe Iron Fist into this series, into the Disney Plus series. Jessica Jones has already been confirmed.
Yes, she did. Hold on, so
Netflix.
No, Night Nurse. So they're not saying it has to be a Netflix only character. They're saying
what does it say? It's Netflix, right?
Another Marvel Netflix character. Right? Yeah, there's going to be
right. And I'm saying if it wasn't, then they would have said straight Daredevil with the Disney Plus series. They mentioned Netflix. Who's not on the Disney Plus series? Night Nurse, Rosario Dawson. She could be making an appearance.
That's rumors. There's his rumors.
Like I think we want certain individuals. I think they would have been a little bit more. They're being encrypted for a reason. Nah, I think we should just subdue the who we want and think about who might make an appearance that we just might be like, oh, that's Shorty, that's such and such. Night Nurse. She's going to be doing something to help somebody out on the ground level because he can't go to the hospital and things like that. Yeah. I believe it's going to be her. And then Rosario Dawson, she is a legit actress, so it's not like she's unfamiliar with the big screen. She's been in plenty of movies, and she was a part of the Netflix series. I was thinking about her, maybe Shorty that would play Electra. I was thinking about the hand thing or whatever, maybe Sticks. I was just trying to put myself back into the Netflix version. And then I was like, well, who's more plausible out the only people that's from Netflix that's not going to be on the Disney Plus series so far? And I was like, Night Nurse makes the most sense for me.
I got one for you though.
He was a Night Nurse. That's crazy.
I like that.
So I got one for you.
Out of all them characters, BA, you dug through there and got Night Nurse, like the most obscure one. That's like, I would never thought of Night Nurse.
Well, ever since I saw Alexander, you feel me? Rosario Dawson looks different for me.
Mm-hmm. Now we say about PJ, my bad.
So we already know that Tombstone. Apparently, he's the one that ended the trailer. You know, his voice kind of came at the end of the trailer talking, and I think he may be set up to be the big bad in this movie. I think that Tombstone, I think Spider-Man can fight Tombstone, of course, but if he's also going to have the Scorpion and all these other characters in there that he's having to deal with, and we know the Hulk's going to be there, I don't think the Hulk versus Tombstone is even close to a fair fight. I think Luke Cage and Tombstone would be a decent match if Spider needed someone to help hop in and stop the beatdown or something for a second. If Luke Cage made an appearance to help stop that fight, that could be a cool scene. I know BA saying now because he don't like good things, but
we don't get these good things from Disney and Marvel. That's the thing. We don't get what we want. So whatever you want, scratch it and then think of something else.
But tell me though, if you saw like a Luke, like if Tombstone was beating down Peter, and all of a sudden Luke just step in and catch that fist or something, you know what I'm saying? Give Peter.
That's definitely a geek out moment.
See?
It's not happening.
It's gonna be Night Nurse.
That's the problem. He gonna get his ass whooped, and he's gonna run, and he's gonna like somebody save me, and she's gonna patch him up, give him a little joint, and then that's all that's gonna happen. He's gonna come back and be Spider-Man because Spider-Man can beat Tombstone by himself.
What if it's Marvin Potter or something? Was it Melvin Potter, the guy that made the costumes? It's him. That's the character that comes back because he's like, you need a new Spider-Man outfit, Spider-Man.
Yeah, you need a new suit. You know what I'm saying? That's the level I want you to be at. Yes, you're thinking of my level now. It's gonna be some intricate character like that, obscure character like that. That's what we talking about.
Hold on, you know what's funny, BA? See, y'all speaking out of pain, bro. Because we had this before where with DC. Remember when James Gunn was like, man, listen, y'all about to get Darkseid, Calabac, all this in the show. You're like, oh, okay. And then when you get to the show, we got this band. We like, wait, hold on, what? So I think what BA doing is tempering his expectation. Like, bro, we out here saying, bro, you about to get Jessica Jones. You about to get all the defenders in the movie. But then we get to the movie. Oh man, all it is a Turk. The guy who's selling the guns or whatever in the movie, and Netflix or something like that, So now, look, I heard Night Nurse might be back in there. So that's why when BA said this, okay, I'm not mad at it. That's what I heard, but I would want it to be like Luke Cage or something like that. The Heroes for Hire or something in here, but then I think about it, bro, it'd be like way too many characters, man. So it might make sense for like Night Nurse.
If it was a cameo, if it was a cameo like I described, like it's like not extended, but like if he just showed up during the fight. To take that, like I said, take a hit or something for Spider-Man to give Spider-Man a chance to get back and then just out. Not like, he's going to be in there for 40 minutes. Also, I just want to let everybody know that I did not bring up a certain person that was done by Rail, bro. I ain't say nothing about him. I ain't mentioned him. I ain't talking about the rug pull. So I just want to let me say, hey, that was Rail.
Well played.
I knew he was going to say so bad when I said that, bro. But nah, what you think, though, cuz? What you think?
I, I'm on the same path. My wave as BA. I think it's going to end up being Night Nurse. It just makes sense. It's really simple, but it's really smart as well, and it links different areas or different productions as well.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
Netflix.
think I think it end up being Night Nurse. Yeah, Peter's going to be in pain, and he just need a little bit of help and time to heal up. So Night Nurse would be like, yeah, I help street level heroes, so this is what I do, no problem. So yeah, I
You
think
know
it'd
what's
be Night Nurse.
crazy too? Um, with all the bad guys people be fighting in this movie, that do make sense with Night Nurse. Like, yo, you gonna need to get bandaged up and taped up and all that stuff. So, because remember, nobody knows who he is. I don't even know if he have medical insurance and all that stuff. So it'd be
Yeah.
hard for him to go to a doctor or to a hospital and be like, yeah, man, I was fighting these 6 guys. So whatever. So yeah, that makes sense. Night Nurse would be in there to kind of bandaging him up and all that. But y'all think once they reboot everything, that they gonna reboot her character too?
Uh,
I don't think they need to. I mean, they could, but I don't think they need to.
She could keep making cameo.
Yeah, it's not a heavy. It's not a heavy.
She she is
spot.
she a Disney girl.
Yeah.
Okay,
just because she a
Shout out to Ahsoka.
Mhm.
that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, y'all. Let's check this out. We about to turn the page to Disney. I said Disney, DC over here, man. James Gunn gonna like this. He said James Gunn continues to tease Brainiac. You know what's funny, bro, with this? So he was on Threads of the day, and somebody mentioned the casting news that they had for Brainiac, like the kind of the names that they had attached or whatever. And he went on Threads and was like, "Oh, none of them names is attached to this. I don't know what y'all talking about." And I also didn't say that Brainiac was going to be in here, but then he turned around and do this. James got to stay off of social media. I'm sorry, but anyway, what you think about this, man?
I mean, it just makes sense that it's going to be Brainiac. It's a combination of one thing that we
Yes.
talked about was Superman and Lex are going to have to team up, so we know it's going to have to be a supervillain that takes it to that brings it to a different level. Also, it will be after Supergirl as talk about the destruction of Krypton. It's just all these different variations or different situations that they've been bringing in. That Brainiac is by far makes so much sense. That's who's going to be the big bad, or it's going to be the supervillain in this particular movie. Uh, he can keep teasing it. It just it doesn't matter at this point. That's what I believe it's going to be in it. He cares to get off social media and not post anything else about it. The movie for the next year or whatever. That's who I will always think it's going to be once the movie comes out. That's who I would be expecting to see on the screen is Brainiac. So, like I said, it's just from everything that surrounds this movie, from Krypton explanation and Lex and Superman working together. It's going to be Brainiac, and I think we said it was going to be Brainiac months ago before there was any like as soon as it started talking about it's going to be Brainiac. Like it just makes sense. So yeah, he can keep teasing all he wants. It's fine. It's cool, but it's no surprise.
What you got, Big J?
Look, just like we said, like BA said about tempering the expectations, and after being heartbroken before, I'm totally would not be surprised if we got a Kite Man as the main villain in this movie because James Gunn likes
Just
obscure characters. He's like, hey guys, everybody's expecting Brainiac.
I'm burning down DC Studios. Don't do that, Big J. Don't you do that, bro.
If it's Kite Man,
man, if they do something like that, bro. But nah.
tell you, they're gonna have their own version of the Sinister Six. It's gonna be Kite Man, Condiment King. You know what I'm saying? What's it? The Fiddler. There's a lot of them. They're gonna bring all of them. Oh yeah, Calendar. What's that? The Calendar one? Yeah, all of them.
Clock King.
Nuclear Man. They're gonna bring him back. From Superman 4: Quest for Peace.
Remember King Tut from the old Batman show?
Oh yeah.
What you got, BA?
I think like the main thing he wanted to get out was, as this is James Gunn, that it wasn't Batista. Like everyone was saying that I don't know where it's picked up at, but people were
I
relating,
don't know either.
associating Brainiac with Batista, and I'm like, nah, the same Batista that was Drax. That's a hard sell. That's a hard sell. So I'm not necessarily buying that. So I guess he wanted to squash that, but still show love to Batista and people like that because that is his crew. So I'm assuming I'm going to see Batista somewhere in this DC series of some kind.
Yeah,
But
he
no,
said it. Yeah, he said it.
yeah, but it's going to be Brainiac, and it only makes sense. You know, we're not bringing Superman and Lex Luthor together to fight Kite Man. We're not doing that. We're not doing
I
that.
can see that. Though. I can see it.
No, you can't. So what we need is but he's going to eventually get to the point where he was like, "Oh yes, it's finally going to be Brainiac," and then he's going to be like, "See, I didn't tell y'all. See, y'all really didn't know." And yeah, we did. But it's okay. It's let James going to have his fun. Those that bite, those that fall for it, then it is what it is. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. So that's where we're at.
Hey, you know what's going to end up happening though, BA? People going to be like, I thought you said it. I thought you were going to say Brainiac wasn't in this movie. And you be like, I didn't say he wouldn't. I just said I didn't say he was. It's like, but James, you got to come on, bro. You can't be doing that, man. You know, folks going to kill you after this if they find out. And especially when you post this right here. We talked about it when he posted that script. You had a picture of a brain on there. Where do you think people's minds are going to go? I remember he was like, oh, I don't know why everybody automatically assume it's Brainiac. Bro, you got a picture of a brain on the script. You could have used the Superman logo if you didn't want that to leak or whatever. But anyway, him posting this right here, bro, like it's like a dumb moment, bro. We already knew you weren't tricking us with the picture of the brain on the front of the script or whatever. So I mean, that's fine, bro. Brainiac, like you said before, BJ, I was watching somebody the other day say the same thing. What it was like, yo, all we've been getting is Luther and Zod, or whatever, right? These Superman movies. And so it's only fitting we get another character that we've never seen on the big screen. Hell, we barely seen him on the small screen, live action wise. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Including animation.
Oh, yeah, we definitely seen him in animation or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, it's only fitting that we can get him in the movie, bro. I believe that. Last but not least, y'all, this is an interesting one right here. I know Big J gonna love this. So check this out. Early reactions to Supergirl praises the performance of Millie and Jason Momoa. I think that's like a duh. I think I probably could have put your hot toys on that. They were gonna be good. But check this out though. This is a synopsis they got from the people who actually saw it. They said the film is around 2 hours and 5 minutes long. Feedback was not that great, but it wasn't a bad movie. Some scenes shine more than others. Millie Alcock is praised for her portrayal of Supergirl. Lobo only has 2 fights. The villain Krim was generic and underdeveloped, and the cinematography was too dark. Well, what you take from this, BA?
Everything is subjective until they got to the villain part. Like, we're talking about the darkness of it. Cool, they can see that and add light to it. Not a problem. Lobo being in there for 2 fights, it's not his movie. It's Supergirl's movie. Right, so that makes sense. Everything else was just like, okay, Millie Alcock, she did good. Just, okay, cool. The villain was pretty much underdeveloped. It was generic. So he was just a regular old bad guy being bad, which they didn't necessarily flush out his character in the comic book series as well. So like, I don't know how you fix that part other than maybe adding narratives to something that he's doing. So maybe it was just him doing something in the background, fixing something, or maybe sharpening his sword or something. Maybe you add a narration over that to help detail his character, because the movie's done. Unless they have scenes where they cut out, or if it's underdeveloped, we might need to put it back in. So if they don't have scenes for him and you don't want to go through reshoots and things of that nature, then maybe some narrative over top of something that he's doing will help flush out his character. But that's the only thing I see that was alarming Everything else was pretty much, yeah. It was somebody said some scenes shine more than others. That is with everything that you watch. Every single thing that you watch, a scene or two is going to be better than another scene or two, right? What are we talking about at this point? So that was the only thing is the villain being generic, and pretty much I'm thinking that's underdeveloped. He's just a bad guy for the sake of being bad. We're kind of over that, so maybe they found a way to flush that out a little bit more. But that's all I got.
A good point, bro. What you got, Cuz?
I agree with BA. It's a lot of just generic talking points on this outside of the villain. Like the villain portion is the only thing that actually might have any meat to it. Everything else is okay. I mean, it's expected. But yeah, the Crim. Hopefully they do be able to figure. I mean, it might be too late at this point, but it would be nice if they were to do any adjustments in it, like do some reshoots to flush it out if possible.
That might be a little hard to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it might be too late for it, but
I'm talking about for reasons.
Oh yeah. Crim is a.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
They might be stuck with what they got.
Yeah,
they could sneak a cell phone in there.
Just record your voice.
Yeah,
all we need to do.
Yeah, it's as if it's true as far as being generic and underdeveloped, but it is what it is. What does make me curious is if, like, kind of like what BA said, if he was just a villain to be villain, or if it what happened. Like, is it truly? Would it be too much for them to give a little bit more backstory without having to have Crim in it necessarily? Like, hey, this is what happened to Crim's family. This is what he went through. Type of situation, just to get a little bit more backstory for it. But that's the only part that I feel like has meat on it and makes not necessarily nervous, but just has meat to it. Because Lobo only having 2 fights, it's like, yeah, it's not his movie. Like, why would he have like 4 or 5 fights taking up like 30 minutes of the movie or whatever when it's not his movie? So, but yeah, the Crim is the only thing that to me has meat to it. What you got, Big J?
I mean, look, saying the movie wasn't that great. I mean, it seems to be like it's going to be a regular superhero movie. They're not all going to be bangers all the time. I don't think it's going to be a bad movie. I think it'll be a popcorn movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Something to go watch, and we'll see. I mean,
the destruction.
I don't blame James for this. He ain't write it. He didn't direct it. So.
What? Hey, tape it, save it.
Hey. Nah, but like and people want to hate on it, but like I said, that's the thing. It's like being said. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a movie where it was just every scene was your mouth was on the floor because it was just the most amazing thing you've ever seen. So so I'm like that's just a movie. That's what we call a movie. You know what I mean? So only thing, like you said, the Crim part. Yeah, I don't know how you fix that because even you can do flashbacks. Even if you were trying to reshoots, it's hard to go back and add narrative after you've already shot a movie because if it's supposed to be a cohesive message, and that's the thing, if he's just supposed to be a mustache twirling villain originally, then he's just evil for the sake of being evil. There's no backstory, no background, which we thought we've been past that at this point. But if that's just what it is, then it is what it is. He's just going to be a generic, bad guy of the week type bad guy. And that's what you're going to have to deal with because you can't go back and add, like I said, what you're going to do, show his family being tortured, and that explains why he became what he became, or show flashbacks of some kid going through getting beat up. It is what it is. If they didn't write it in from the beginning, it is what it is. Now, cinematography, I don't like that either. Like I said, I'm big on cinematography.
That's what I thought you was going to talk about, BJ, for cinematography.
Yeah, I mean, they should learn from that last season of Game of Thrones where everybody was squinting the whole time, but hey.
It's so dark.
It's so dark. I can't see nothing but like a little flashlight.
I my TV. Man, listen, couple things. So I don't know why we got. I guess we started getting to this point where the villains are looked at as misunderstood now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to feel their backstory and why did they feel this way? How did they become this way? Y'all know in real life, we just got folks who are just playing evil for just no odd reason, just evil, just like doing stuff to see people tortured and suffer and all that stuff. So it's like, that's probably what he is. He probably one of them characters, like, I just want to do it for the sake of it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't got to have a backstory, have him understand, explain, like, why is he so crazy? Why is it this and that? Bro, the dude just crazy. He's out here killing folks for no dang reason or whatever, right? Like the Joker. We're not sitting here like, man, why the Joker so crazy? What's going on? What's in his mind? Bro, the Joker's crazy. Stay the hell away from him. You know what I'm saying? And so I that part I'm not really tripping on. The two fights part, I think people are probably gonna look at this and think he only gonna be in there for like 2 seconds. That's only 2 fights. That's not to say that he's not gonna be in there longer. You know what I'm saying? He could probably be in there for 30, 45 minutes. He just haven't gonna have 2 fights. So that's 2 different things or whatever, right? And so the fights could probably last like 10 minutes, but his presence in the movie could be like 45 minutes or whatever. We don't know yet. So I don't want people to be sitting there seeing that, think like, oh, you're only gonna be in there for 5 minutes. That's not necessarily what that's saying. It's just saying the fights, not his presence, but the fights. It's 2 different things. You know, some scenes shine more than others. I mean, like I said, that's the ebbs and flows of a movie, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you keep people engaged, man. Like, you don't want it to be constant, just jaw dropping the whole entire time or whatever, right? You want people to give people time to just chill, relax, have certain moments, man, that change the mood of the movie. So I'm not tripping on that either. Cinematography, like BA said, they could fix that. I'm not tripping about that or whatever, right? And the movie don't come out till what? July.
Yeah.
They got time. They got time to fix all that, bro. Like I said, I figured Millie was gonna be good, and then I figured, you know, Lobo was gonna be good in the movie. It was gonna probably be the 2 standouts in the movie. I've said before, I think we all said this. Lobo's gonna get more opportunities in other movies. So I don't want people to think like, oh, he's only gonna be here 5 minutes and that's it. We're not gonna ever see him again. Bro, the way you know, James Gunn single-handedly went and talked to Jason Momoa to give him this role, bro, I think he's gonna be in more movies and stuff like that, man. More shows, more movies. So it ain't gonna be the last time we're gonna see Lobo, man. It just kind of introducing you to him and letting you see how he is in his universe or whatever. So I'm cool with that part, bro. You got anything else I want to add before we roll?
They finished up. They finished up shooting. They officially wrapped on Spider-Man.
Yep. Yeah, they did. Probably was something else y'all brought up earlier. I wanted to. Oh, so y'all know Wonder Man. I don't know if y'all heard. One of y'all posted in the group. Wonder Man is going to show all the episodes all at once.
All 8 episodes at one time. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So
no promotion.
No, they've been doing promotion. Because they've been dropping videos on Marvel all the. I'm saying.
Okay.
You ain't been seeing it? No, Marvel's been dropping stuff every couple of days. They've been dropping like either interview with Travis Slattery or something like that. They've been dropping all that stuff on there.
Okay, cool. I haven't seen it, but I take your word for it.
All right, fellas. Let's go ahead and get to these questions, these comments. Yes, sir, man. Let's see what we got up here first. Pluto, what up? He says, y'all see the Brainiac casting? They haven't casted him yet because James Gunn hasn't come out and said, hey, it's going to be Brainiac as the bad guy. But the rumors are Matt Smith, who the other names they were attaching to this? Oh, but Batista, heard his name out there for some odd reason. Who's some other ones? Y'all hear any other names? I can't think of other names.
I was sitting around Matt Smith. I keep hearing Matt Smith for it, which
that's what
isn't bad.
That's what I want. Yeah. I would like Matt Smith as him or whatever. But what's old boy name that played the Evolutionary and
I mean, he said he wanted to play Brainiac. I don't know that if he was being floated around. I don't know his name.
Like I think it would be like BJ said, it's too much on the nose, kind of like, you know, Brainiac or whatever. So I don't see them casting him, but I wouldn't mind him. But yeah, Matt Smith. If Matt Smith is the front runner, I definitely like Matt Smith as Brainiac. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
What up? I got Basco in the building, man. He said, "What's up, fellas? What up, man? Yeah, go follow him also too on YouTube, man." He said they're a soft retconning phase poor in 5, just like Star Wars would do with their next project and movie away from the sequel trilogy. Yeah, man. Like I said, the Russo brothers got their hands full, man. They gonna have to. I mean, I think the movie gonna be. Would you say how long the movie gonna be, Big J? You said 3 hours.
Well, for the first, they said like 250 to 3 hours, something like that for the first one.
Okay, so
Oh,
yeah, they got a lot of bro, they got a lot of work to do, man. So we gonna see. Oh, so he's saying that he's pretty much saying that he think that that little lens flare is like the time stone or whatever. But I thought time stone was destroyed though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be interesting if that's the case. And then you
Yeah,
talking
they had a
about
bunch of them at the TVA. They had a bunch of them on their desk at the TVA.
Might be on something, cuz he did. You're right. Using the paperweights. He also says, give him the cake and not the crumbs. Yeah, bro. Like I said, man, they what BA was saying with the whole night nurse and stuff like that, man. We was saying we want like the defenders and all that stuff. But he was saying, nah, man, add night nurse, that would be fun or whatever. I was thinking like night nurse. So no, Foggy's dead, so he can't be in there. Yeah, it had to be night nurse. I can't think of anybody else. Colleen would make sense. Not without Danny Wren. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, he said those fans need to smoke a good one and chill. Yeah, he talking about the fans was tripping on the whole Captain America stuff. Yeah, pretty much, bro. And he said, yeah, it's going to be the Nomad. That's what I think is going to end up happening. At some point, they're going to finally bring in the Nomad part. And then he was saying the shield comes from the past. Okay. And then he says Cap and Peggy Cakes never wanted to come back. Yeah, I mean, why would they? He's from the 1930s, so
yeah,
that's his time.
His best girl.
He got his best girl. Let me see. So he's saying Luke Cage. That's what we think it's going to be. Big J, did you go, Big J? He said, "Oh, then this part of the live we were talking about." So Chris Evans said he was not coming back, not coming back, and not in Doomsday. Yeah, he did say that's what I was talking about a minute ago. So yeah, we've seen this before, man. Remember Andrew Garfield? No, I'm not in Spider-Man, No Way Home or whatever.
Yeah.
He was in the movie. Out here lying. Oh, he said Vanessa gonna be in the movie.
Oh, the wife.
Yeah. If you know, you know. He also says apparently there is going to be a montage, a time lapse of Spider-Man fighting certain villains. You know what?
They're cutting to the time.
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard that too.
I would say they won't show the whole fight sequence. It'll just be like sped up.
So kind of how they did with Fantastic Four.
Yeah. They're gonna be like him.
That's not a bad idea, bro.
Oh,
it's not a bad idea. Okay. I'm finna say, remember we started talking about they started talking about all these villains gonna be in the movie and stuff. And I'm thinking like, how they gonna fit all these villains in? That makes sense. If you do a montage or whatever, him fighting different villains and stuff like that, showing kind of what he been doing since finding out that nobody know who he is or whatever. So yeah, that's interesting, bro. That's interesting. But yeah, appreciate you, man. Listen, we definitely appreciate y'all, man, geeking out with your boys for another one, man. Do us a favor, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're over on Twitter watching us, if you're over other spots watching us, follow us over here on YouTube, over here at Cause We Geek. Hit that subscribe button. Join us every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning. Matter of fact, when does Wonder Man come out?
January 27th, I believe.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was coming out this month. So what's coming out this month?
Are we doing Fallout?
Yo,
Fallout.
Thank you. Are we doing Fallout?
Yeah, I was about to ask. Yeah, we did it.
You know, we should have. Okay, so when the episodes come out, Wednesdays?
They already dropped the first one.
Yeah, I seen the first one.
Yeah.
Well, when they come out? Is it Wednesdays or Thursdays?
I think that's Thursday.
Hold on. Let me look it up, bro. I forgot that quick. Cause my wife was the one that reminded me it came out. Let me see. Fallout. Not gallery, Fallout.
You gotta be careful because I think they're gonna have a Christmas Day one, but it's not the regular day it comes out. So like I think they're gonna have one on Christmas.
Thursday on Tuesdays. No, Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
Oh,
Right. It does.
Wait, hold on.
It comes out on our show day.
Hold on. So it says right here, it says with the new episodes dropping weekly on Wednesdays until the finale on February 4th. So okay, so Wednesdays.
So Saturday.
Yeah, we had to talk Saturday. Next Saturday,
so,
talk about 2 of them.
So we can talk about the first episode, y'all, on Tuesday, and then Saturday we'll talk about the second one or whatever. So okay, yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, y'all join us here,
Right.
man. Y'all join us here for that on Tuesday. We're gonna talk about episode 1 of Fallout. That's why I meant to ask y'all the other day. I forgot. But yeah, with all that being said, man, like I said, follow us over here, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Follow us over on Twitter and all them good things, man. We're gonna be back here on Tuesday, man. Till then, it's your boy Rail. Got Cuz Will in the building, Big J and BA, man. We'll be back here on Tuesday, y'all. Stay geeked. And we out.